Captain, I hope you took precautions not to be followed. I must remind you the very existence of our prison on Belsavis is top secret. Before you go further, you must swear to reveal nothing.
You're the one Rogan attacked. You want me to do this or not?
They warned me about working with independents. A few days ago, our prison here was breached. An Imperial airstrike, apparently coordinated with a massive prison break within. The planet is in chaos. Shock troops are arriving daily to contain it.
How did the Imperials find it?
We don't know. Help the Republic if you can, but getting Rogan's location from Ivory must remain your first priority. I can only authorize you to offer him certain deals. We cannot mitigate Ivory's sentence. If he cooperates, he can have 3 hours a day in the exercise yards. No company, no sharp objects. A bath once a week, private except for guard droids. If his information leads to Rogan the Butcher's arrest, he gets a single monitored holocall of his choosing.
Not the kind of guy you bring home to Mom. What else do I need to know?
Rogan the Butcher was Ivory's protege. If Ivory doesn't give him up, you have permission to be coercive. I've made arrangements with Marshal Cavarat at the Republic base. She'll be able to help you with anything you need.
Welcome to Macula Station, gateway to the Belsavis penal colonies. Feel free to ask me about our correctional facilities.
Can it, 05? This is a prison, not a tourist attraction. Warden Plate's already cleared you for entry, Captain. Just don't let me catch you sneaking in any contraband.
I'm a professional. I never get caught.
Ha! Funny. Normally, I'd confiscate your equipment, but the Warden wants you planetside ASAP. Given the situation, I figure he'll want you carrying.
What does the Warden want with me?
Couldn't say. Best not to keep him waiting, though. Just take the shuttle and report to the Warden immediately. And be careful, it's nasty down there.
You're wasting my time. We're in a crisis. There are over 10,000 prisoners running loose. Most of the wardens are dead. Senator Dodonna is seriously overstepping herself if she thinks I'm gonna drop that to help you offer some madman an extra bedtime story.
That's a tough break. I'm sorry.
Yeah, look, I know you've just got a job to do. I'll give you what the senator asked, but I can't go on the line for you. Whatever your guy did to land on Belsavis is reason enough to lock him up and wipe the key code. Prisoner number 91403. Cell block 923A. This code will get you in his cell. Beyond that, I'm not interested.
Look, I'm not here to make things difficult.
Yeah, I get it. But when someone with your pool comes down, I'd rather see you working to make things right. The cells you're looking for were damaged in the strike. We're spread too thin to retake everything, so we threw that lot to the mob. Some prison gang took over, shut down all access.
So you picked a cell block holding one of the most brutal gangsters in history?
It's Belsavis. That's just the baseline. Look, you want to figure out which gang claims what and how hard they'll fight you for it? You gotta ask someone on the inside, same as us. Talk to Amikab. He's our best snitch. We've got him set up in the minimum security yard. Now I've got real work to do.
Here, let me... I need to find a way into cell block 923A.
Chochinwampa la Aguajicuska, un pasa topisca. Pachipakulia Grancha. Chipokma Utangisa, Choboba if Kaftu and Java.
I'm on the guard side this time. What kind of perks are you looking for?
Tuka puka fukrida, vota mikrita, chai chai. Tubatulia musta, o gran ritempo tumuki tonka.
What kind of surprises can I expect if we go head to head?
Wafuma do bota donwi wanki wakoba yakaluka. Gava tuta omiska gava des wamata. Nira disa slemo crispa, tokanki kon kikopa.
Now we're talking. Where do I find the generators?
Tubatulia musta, o gran ritempo tumuki tonka. Jeska koliraka kanchanga, bomba kunchinka. Jiska gava koyota, tu banda bakawanki.
Here, let me...
Nice of you to finally show up, Captain. Hope you're ready to get your hands dirty. I'm Warden Plate. This here's my second-in-command, Growl. Now, let's get one thing straight. This is my prison. You want to help out, bust a few heads, fine. But you'll do things my way. Understand?
I do things one way. Mine.
You just watch yourself. Endanger my men, and I'll punt your sorry butt right off this rock. This facility houses some of the galaxy's most dangerous criminals. It was one of the Republic's best-kept secrets until the Empire caught on.
Our guards found a subspace transmitter in one of the prison wards. Crude, but functional. It must have taken decades to scrap together.
Blasted thing led the Imperials right to us. They snuck in, sprang the prisoners, and blew open the armories in a single strike.
I need to know who or what we're dealing with here.
Only the worst of the worst find themselves in my prison. Use your imagination. The military's already sent a few elite detachments our way. Been about as useful as a tauntaun in a sandstorm.
Last we heard, they'd lost the deep prison. Encountered some unknown species in the maximum security wing. And they're getting pummeled.
Let them sweat. Our priority is securing this level, and that means stamping out a gang of lunatics calling themselves the Condemned. They're all second and third generation prisoners, born and raised right here in the prison. Just as twisted as the scum they're descended from.
Sounds like they got a pretty raw deal.
Save your sympathy. They're animals, every last one. Thanks to them, our security fields are down and our access to the armories has been cut off. We're sitting naked here. If we can retake the armories and get those fields back online, we'll be in business. Then we'll... Wait, what's that?
Warden! Return fire! the wing! No one gets in or out without my say-so! Kelsa, how's the warden?
Dead, sir. Clean shot to the head. I think that makes you the new warden.
I hadn't thought of that.
Congrats on the promotion. Too bad about Plate, though.
Plate may have been a bit of a curmudgeon, but he performed his duties admirably. Securing this station is our first priority. Another ambush like that and we're through. Our security field should keep the prisoners out. Some condemned saboteurs trashed the field generator, and the whole network is down.
Leave it to me, sir. A few tools, a little elbow grease, and I'll have that generator back up in no time.
That generator could still be crawling with prisoners. I'd feel a lot better knowing someone was watching her back.
She'll be safe. You have my word.
I'll hold you to that.
Just let me slip into something more blaster-resistant.
The generator isn't far. Just keep those lunatics away from Kelsa. Give them one for the warden.
One loser. Die already.
You're gonna live. It's not as bad as it looks. Let me. It's not as bad as it looks. This'll hurt you a lot more than me. You're gonna live. I hear the Empire's been hitting power generators all over this area. Probably wouldn't hurt to discourage that.
That should do it. Throw the switch and cross your fingers.
Grawl here. It looks like that did it. The security fields just went up. Not a moment too soon. Even better, that boost jump-started the station's internal generators. We're rerouting power to them now.
Glad to hear things are working out.
We're not in the clear yet, but it's a start. You did good. And thank you for looking after Kelsa. She's only a junior corrections officer. I'd hate to see anything happen to her. On that note, I just received intel from Republic Command that those condemned lunatics have already responded to our shield restoration. They just hit another armory. This one's unique, though. It's stocked with all kinds of prototype weaponry, including our new Magnetar rifles.
Magna what's it?
I'm not surprised you haven't heard of them. Few have. The Magnetar rifles were specifically designed to disrupt energy shields. The technology's experimental, but effective. Our security fields won't last against one of those things. A single shot takes a while to load up, but it could punch right through our defenses.
Send me the armory's coordinates. I'll deal with the condemned myself.
Just make sure you get all the weapons. A single unaccounted rifle could compromise the station's security. Try not to kill anyone if you can. There's been enough death already. Bring the rifles back to the station once you've retrieved them. Grawl out.
Here. These stun grenades should take the fight out of them.
Let me. It's not as bad as it looks. Here, let me...
Welcome back. Glad to see you made it, and with all the rifles no less. With the shield generator online and the Magnetar rifles back in our hands, we'll be safe for a while. Thank you.
It's so hard to be humble, knowing how great I am.
Wish I had 50 more like you. Good news. We finally have a lead on the Condemned's ringleader. Found this holo recording on one of Plate's assassins. Take a look.
Brothers, sisters, I am Niranos. Like you, I was born into captivity, shackled by the crimes of my ancestors. Our forefathers rot in the bowels of this prison, their debt to the Republic repaid in full. Yet, here we remain, guiltless. We must stand united against this injustice. Together we will tear down these walls and seize our freedom.
He goes on from there, but you get the idea. This guy is bad news. He's cunning, ruthless, and worst of all, charismatic.
Sounds like he has every reason to be upset.
Don't buy into the whole hero of the people routine. He's injected just enough truth into his rants to rally his followers. Niranos is dangerous, but he's just a puppet. The Empire's been using him to provoke the inmates. Fortunately, they slipped up.
That's right. I isolated several audio cues from the recording and got a fix on its origin. Could be their headquarters.
This is the break we've been waiting for. Now that we know where they're hiding, we can finally take the fight to them.
Why are Imperials fraternizing with convicts?
The Empire's been egging them on in hopes of escalating the riots. May get more than they bargained for. Niranos and his Imperial cohorts are the brains behind the Condemned. We take them out, we end this riot. Get to their hideout. If Niranos is there, eliminate him. Otherwise, find out what they're up to. Any insight could go a long way.
Why aren't you handling it yourself?
Too overt. They'll run if they think we're onto them. Hang on to those stun grenades Kelsa gave you. Kill the Imperials if you like, but again, I'd prefer the prisoners were subdued non-lethally. Contact me when you've cleared out of the base. I'll be waiting for your report.
Here, let me. You're gonna live. Let me. It's not as bad as it looks. Let me.
Saw that the door was opened. Your man Ivory, is he there? You reach him in time?
Unless he's got a way to turn invisible, this place is empty.
Son of a hut! I've got alerts in every ward. There's a new breakout, supermax cells across the planet. Places that weren't touched by the strike. Turns out everyone was part of Ivory's syndicate. He's gathering his people, Captain. And the worst part is, they're not going for the surface. They're heading further in, to the heart of Belsavis.
place is lousy with escaped prisoners. What's a few more?
Look, I know there's secrets down in those vaults way above my clearance. Secrets important enough for the Republic to spend billions to hide, and dangerous enough that they keep us marshals up here and send Spec Force to the vaults. And Ivory is the last man who should get his hands on whatever they're protecting.
If you'd helped me before, I might have reached him before he managed this.
You're right, but don't ask me to say it again. We need each other, Captain. Now, I can't start chasing Ivory into I don't even know what kind of dangers, but I think you will, and I want to help you. Search Ivory's cell for any clues where he might have gone, and call me if you find anything.
Why can't things be easy? Just once.
Hang tight, I'm trying to get a fix on your location. I'm just gonna zoom in. Look how smooth that stone is. That's not new work. Ivory could have been loose in the wards for years.
So, prison management maybe isn't the Republic's strong suit?
Locking our worst offenders together in a place we don't even understand? Only a bunch of senators sitting safe on Coruscant could have thought that up. I do have good news. We've still got one of Ivory's collaborators in custody. Number 91406, female Ratataki. Name, Shraja. She's part of a classified prisoner rehabilitation program not far from here. I suggest you find out what she knows before Ivory makes her disappear. Call me.
It's not as bad as it looks. It's not as bad as it looks. It's not as bad as it looks.
One loser.
Come here, ugly. You're gonna live. Here, let me. Grawl, the leaders aren't here. And you're gonna want to hear this.
A neural disruptor? Can they even do that?
It's possible, sir. Would incapacitate us all. However, I should be able to recalibrate the security shields to block out its effects.
Do it. I don't want to be a twitching, drooling heap when the condemned get here. That's one crisis averted. But you better get back here fast. Once they realize the disruptor didn't work, they'll attack in force.
I thought the station's shields were supposed to keep you safe.
Well, even security fields have their limits. And I'd rather not wait to see how long ours can stand up to a full-scale attack. Hurry back as soon as you can. Grawl out.
You're gonna live. One loser.
Greetings. You are cleared for the following travel routes.
It's not as bad as it looks.
It's too late. We held them off for a while, but they broke through. Most of our personnel fell back to the armory, but Kelsa, she was a model officer. Those animals cut her down without a second thought. Would have been a massacre if you hadn't warned us about that disruptor. Oh, they'll die for this. The Condemned, the Imperials, and Niranos.
Are you still in one piece?
Don't worry about me. I'll live. They're barricaded in the control room. We prevented them from slicing the central terminal remotely. Now they're trying to access it manually. I saved one of the Magnetar rifles for you. Should get you through the security fields. Get in there and finish this.
How do you work this thing? This antiquated tech is older than... Niranos? Company.
Your infamy precedes you, Captain. Tales of your exploits have breached even these walls. I'm glad our paths have finally crossed.
Stand down, Niranos. Put a stop to this madness.
Never! We've come too far to just crawl back into our cells. Neither I nor my comrades have committed any crime against the Republic. We will have our freedom, one way or another.
Do shut up, Niranos. No one wants to hear another speech. Just kill this upstart.
We came to negotiate, Imperial. Fight your own battles.
Speak for yourself. I'll take a fistful of Imperial credits over your crusade any day.
At least a few of you animals know the meaning of loyalty. As for you, Niranos, you can die with the rest.
My own men, throwing me to the Imperials for a few credits. Only a lifetime in prison will breed that kind of desperation. But please, put down your weapon and let us speak. No one else needs to die today. I would have negotiated sooner, but those Imperial watchdogs wouldn't allow it.
You've already lost. You don't have anything to barter with.
You may have killed the Imperials, but my Confederates are still out there, armed and eager to fight. I prefer we avoided further bloodshed. But if words are not enough, allow me to prove my sincerity. Attention, my fellow condemned. This is Niranos. Lay down your arms. It's time we resolve this peacefully.
Stop right there, you murdering scum! You won't poison this prison anymore! Why are you just standing there? Kill that lunatic so we can end this madness!
Grawl, you're kind of ruining this whole peaceful resolution thing.
You're not gonna listen to that madman, are you? How could you just forget everything he's done?
Neither I nor any of the condemned have ever been convicted of a crime. We merely inherited our ancestors' sentences. All we want is our freedom. Perhaps a small piece of land on Belsavis, where we can live in peace. We deserve that much.
Only thing this nutcase deserves is a blaster bolt between the eyes. If you don't kill him, I will!
You've heard our demands. Do what you will. Just know that I'll die before I return to that cell.
Niranos is willing to forget the past, Graal. It's time you did the same. Do the right thing, and help him settle his people.
Yes, you're right. This has gone too far. You'll have your freedom, Niranos. You're going to work for it. I expect you and your people to help us restore order here.
Agreed. And thank you for seeing reason. We will not forget this.
Guess that wraps things up.
Looks like it. Don't know what we would have done without you. The sector is more or less secure now, but a Colonel Hauer has been asking for assistance in the high security wing. I told him I didn't have any men to spare, but that you might be able to lend a hand. He's expecting you now. You go on ahead. We've got things under control here. Just be careful. The innermost wings are real madhouses.
Greetings. You are cleared for the following travel routes. Be safe out there.
Colonel Hauer, Warden Graal told me you could use a hand here.
That's right. Heard you put down a riot in his neck of the woods. Heck of a feat.
Certainly piqued my interest. Senator Tudos, chairman of the Penal Oversight Committee. Delighted to finally meet you. Maybe later we could talk about shifting some sensitive cargo to my estates on Coruscant.
Senator, focus.
Right. Things have spiraled out of control here. Thousands of prisoners on the loose. Segregation thrown out the door. A veritable frenzy of interspecies violence.
You kept the prisoners segregated? What for?
These criminal types are notoriously intolerant of other species. The genocide we've seen here only proves it. Our biggest concern is a tribe of Ratataki called the Blood of Talath. Bunch of raving fanatics bent on slaughtering every other species. They are ambitious, crafty,
recently took to ambushing Warden droids and stripping away their power cores.
Intel suggests they're compiling the stolen power cores into one massive bomb. Probably mean to blast their way out of here.
Pretty resourceful for a bunch of murderous lunatics.
They're organized, I'll give them that. If the Ratataki break free, they'll kill anyone they find. Guards, prisoners.
Not to mention senators. You've got to disable that bomb and contain this madness.
Isn't that in your job description?
Ensuring the senators' immediate safety is my top priority right now. It'd probably be best to keep the Ratataki from acquiring any more power cores. If you can retrieve some of the power cores they stole, we should be able to modify the Warden droids to prevent future tampering.
Dismantling that bomb comes first, though. There should be a security terminal somewhere in the area. Report in when you've defused the bomb.
Face it, the Ratataki have this one in the bag.
It's not as bad as it looks.
On the wrong girl.
Senator, I've disarmed the bomb. The Ratataki aren't going anywhere.
Excellent. A crisis contained is a crisis controlled. I'll inform Colonel Howard at once.
Gina Hagwa, Buntagu, Chubalonkaku, Subala wa Unikupa, Tomtitak Makichisa.
What's that? Is someone else there?
Kuanachuta, Kasayali, Koiredo, Kankikong.
Whoa, back up and start over.
Yiho Lokuta Chobad E Kapso Ndalae.
That's enough. I am a member of the Republic's Senate. I don't answer to the likes of you. Colonel Howard and I were overseeing a military exercise of sorts. Project Noble Focus. We tested prisoners of varying species against one another and analyzed the results, all entirely consensual.
Kavaji oto ta kogo hota. No pisto bampaula.
In here, I thought all the scum around here were behind bars.
Everything I did for the good of the Republic. Surely a few prisoners' lives don't outweigh that.
Ronda kavakio topa bubanda baka. Murishaneta. Kiko bokili. Otabunki donko. Patagawata.
How have you survived the Ratataki all this time?
Mi bonua twipe dite bok baktra. Wanawanga. Kipona male tota. Admishka kabanotasema. Chiliska chananga. Waning chikospa. Inigo dade.
Don't waste your time with filth like him. He made his bed, now he can lie in it.
You'll be safe in the minimum security wing. I can tell you how to get there.
Fapa. Giowanta hompa muli. Rabampaula.
If you're done fraternizing with prisoners, we can use you back at the base. There are new developments. Colonel Howard can fill you in when you get here. We'll talk more then.
Come here, ugly.
Face the Ratataki have this one in the bag.
Senator Tudos told me you defused the bomb. Not a moment too soon. And I see you brought back the stolen power cores. I'll have our engineers start modifying the Warden droids immediately.
The Ratataki still have the run of the wing, but at least we've contained them. For now.
We need to talk about Project Noble Focus.
There'll be time enough for that once the Ratataki have been dealt with. Focus on the crisis at hand for now.
Our satellites have picked up a large number of Ratataki in the Nemoidian compound. Up to their usual antics.
Here I was, hoping it was just a social call.
The satellite images we've seen are pretty grisly. Far as we can tell, they're butchering the Nemoidians.
We've got to get down there and put a stop to it.
I'm not so concerned about saving Nemoidians as I am putting down the Ratataki. We've confirmed that Sulkaz, the Blood of Talath's ringleader, is personally overseeing this latest massacre.
He's everything you could want in a fanatical leader. Loud, ruthless, and utterly demented.
Eliminating Kass will take the fight out of the Ratataki. Show them who's in charge. You've got to get down there and stop him.
When I get back, we're gonna have a little chat about this project of yours.
Fine, just get it done.
Expect a bloody fight. Kass rarely does anything without someone dying.
Make sure it's not you.
It's not as bad as it looks. Spend more time deliberately running into prisons than...
Walls cannot hold me. I will join him. He calls me. Are you his? Do you come to cut these chains?
Yeah, I'm his. That's right. Where are we supposed to go again?
The cells. Are they empty? Is the team complete? He said after there is a door, an escape, a stay away to the stars.
This is a restricted area. Step away from the prisoner.
Marshal Kavarot sent me to interrogate her.
You were right. Positive ID on the captain. Experiment Chamber 21. I'll hold her.
Why do I get the feeling he's not on our side?
يشب هافي ينطرك زيتنش جيو دريك الدشير بيوليكي فيكي قطنجة.
You're one of Rogan's? I thought only Republic bigwigs knew about this place.
Marug yaldesh mahtekis kiki jammish tenjil bolba. Bibien folk damike kafnari namakampiet de hormadan margumak. جي يشتربي كراجي وليدي يشتكي عن بعض.
It's It's not as bad as it looks. Raja wouldn't talk, but I've got a list of what looks like cell blocks and numbers from one of Rogan's allies.
Send me a transmission. I'll run a cross-check on the locations. Did you find anything else?
How could someone like Rogan sneak an assassin onto Belsavis?
He wouldn't be the first. Since the breakout, I've suspected there's a few bad eggs. I'll look into it.
My father always said a bitter cop is your best ally.
Alright, I'm getting the results. Looks like your list is just the cells Ivory's collaborators already cracked. Wait, no. There's one that's still unbreached. Maximum Security Ward Cell Block 2018.
Another of Ivory's collaborators?
No known ties. But he's a monster all on his own. Gendai, Force user, spice addict. Records say he killed Jedi during his arrest. See if you can get to him before Ivory does. Find out how he ties into the plan, and call me when you're done.
This is your last mistake. This is your last mistake.
That stench. Almost as bad as the Nemoidians. And your face. Disgusting. I will cut it off.
I'm shaking in my boots. Promise.
You laugh now. You will scream later. Your body will be discarded with the rest of the Nemoidian filth. Your head I keep. And the lizards, they shall eat well tonight.
Let me.
On the wrong girl.
Here, let me... It's done. Kass fell in battle.
There, you see, Grawl? Problem solved.
You created that murdering slime, Senator. As far as I'm concerned, you're the problem.
You remember the Warden? Afraid he doesn't much care for our little project.
Your little project jeopardized the entire prison and violated countless ethics laws. You should be put away.
You think you're annoyed? I'm the one who had to clean up this mess.
Sorry you got dragged into this. Never should have escalated this far.
Spare me the show. The Republic has poured countless resources into containing these degenerates. It's high time we got something in return.
And we have. Project Noble Focus has given us a world of insight into the different species' strengths and limitations. Just think. Entire campaigns planned with each species' capabilities in mind, our wartime efficiency will skyrocket.
That doesn't give you the right to experiment on prisoners.
What's right and what's necessary are rarely one and the same.
Whatever your feelings, this project, and our involvement in it, needs to remain classified.
Think of the backlash if this gets out. Every planet in the Republic will be up in arms. Entire systems could secede over this. Surely a few dead convicts aren't worth all that.
Don't use the Republic to cover up your part in this. You broke the law.
That's right. It might get ugly, but the Republic needs to hear about this. I expect to see you back here real soon, Senator.
We'll see.
That settles that. Now to bigger concerns. We've got trouble in the maximum security wing. General Skyless says some unidentified species is tearing through his men. Deep prison is where the true horrors of Belsavis lie. If Skyless can't stop them, all this will have been for nothing. Help him.
Reminder, mechanized travel is for official business only.
Chest hurts.
Try not to breathe, son. Ribs broken, almost punctured your lung. Gonna try and move it.
General Skylast, we've lost the bridge. Enemies smashed through, heading right for us.
Knew we couldn't hold them long. Tell everyone to fall back. We'll make our stand here. Welcome to the front lines, Captain. Hope you're looking for a fight. Pretty soon, we'll be up to our elbows in kill-crazy warmongers.
You'll need to be more specific. What are we dealing with here?
Imperials got careless, opened something they shouldn't have, unleashed an entire army on us, some species we've never seen. They're called Eshka, remnants of a galaxy-spanning civilization predating the Republic. Couldn't play nice and got sentenced here. Permanently.
Things were bad enough when we only had riots to deal with. Now we've got a whole army on the loose?
At least they're not taking sides. Imperials have been getting hit as hard as we have. These Eshka are relentless. Been hammering us non-stop. Won't be long before they overrun us. We need a diversion, something to put them on the defensive and stall their momentum. That's where you come in.
It's also where my compensation comes in.
You do your part, you'll get your credits. We've pinpointed 2 potential targets. A supply depot and an outpost housing some of the Eshka's key leaders. Hitting either of those ought to draw their warriors back and allow us to retake some ground.
The Eshka will be nothing without a chain of command.
They're holed up in an outpost right now, probably planning something horrible for us. Kill every last one of them. You're still welcome to go after the supply depot. Dangerous, but every bit helps. I'll see if I can get some more answers about these Eshka while you're out. Good hunting.
Let me. Come here, ugly. It's not as bad as it looks.
Steady and calm, we've no need to draw attention. The one the Republic sent is already here.
If you help me find Rogan the Butcher, the Republic authorized me to cut you a deal.
My heart leaps. Pray, what do they offer? My own vid screen? Rehabilitation of Coruscant with a house arrest collar? The Republic cannot stop me. They hide behind sealed doors and force fields while I explore the treasures of this world. They cannot even track their prisoners while I have mastered the secrets of a race that once ruled this galaxy.
Oh yeah? Anything you wanna, share?
You are a woman of action. It would bore you to sit for days unraveling the workings of machines that were ancient when humans first learned speech. The Empire only found this forgotten world when I called them on the transmitter abandoned millennia ago by the creators of Belsavis.
Be careful. Ivory is known for a lot of things, but bluffing wasn't one of them.
Squag, Buzz, take care of this distraction. Meet us later at the ship.
A real man wouldn't let some bug get away with making fun of you.
Danin chista luka, ubaziki danti ruha.
I think you're celebrating a little early.
Wantahumpa, Murirava fupa jipampawula. Varganonua, utatyacha nichu, kuya maya stupa.
You're gonna live.
Captain, thank goodness you called. The Warden droids are going crazy. They're reporting life signs and breaches in the innermost defenses. Our troops in the area are under heavy fire from an unknown species. They can't respond.
He was raving about ancient technology down there that could conquer the galaxy. Crazy stuff, right?
I wish I could be sure. I can't do anything here if the Republic doesn't trust me. I pulled some files above my clearance, searching for the breach. What I saw, I don't think we were the first ones on this planet.
If you know something that could save my life, or just spare me some pain, because I don't like pain, you better start talking.
All I know is that the breach is at Vault 806, a vault that predates the Republic's landfall. It's marked top secret, never to be opened, off limits even to military researchers. If you think Ivory's going there, you better follow, fast.
On the wrong girl.
You're gonna live.
picked on the wrong girl.
It's not as bad as it looks.
You were true to your word. The Eshka leaders are down and their grunts are scrambling to reorganize. They're pulling back now. Should give us time to catch our breath. Thanks.
They're vulnerable. Now's the time to keep the pressure on them.
I'm sending a few squads out to retake some of our more defensible outposts. Not much, but it's a start. You've probably guessed the Republic didn't build this place. It was constructed thousands of years ago by a species called the Rakata. The Rakata hated the Eshka, wrote about them like they were a plague, waged a war that engulfed the entire galaxy. In the end, the Eshka were nearly wiped out. The few 100,000 survivors brought here to be locked away in stasis.
If only the Imperials had known how dangerous the Eshka were.
Idiots were so giddy about making life difficult for us, they didn't notice all the do not open signs. The Eshka conquered half the galaxy in their heyday, and they'll pick up right where they left off if they ever escape. Your raid caught them off guard. They're crippled, shaken. Now is the time to press our advantage and halt their advance for good.
You've got a brilliant plan, right?
Naturally. We've traced the bulk of the Eshka's comm activity back to a small cavern. We think they're using it as a command station. Whoever's in there is coordinating the Eshka's entire offensive. It's our best shot at taking out their leadership. I want you to take it.
I might have time to look into it.
There's a lot of extra comm chatter coming out of that station. Not sure what all the commotion is about, but we can't wait to find out. Find the station, take out the leadership. Then, maybe we can go back to pushing the Imperials off this rock.
Let me. Let me. It's not as bad as it looks. as it looks.
Mafurk nahora tiest bi elmu, intisor ma hefne.
Tasted the dark side, have they? How enlightening. Killing me will bring them further down the path.
Ziniest jur drukal jasbro, li hidan naka miest hija. Bien furk dan mitov, makopiet ni horma, gurm genakt.
You won't last 2 seconds against me.
Don't waste words on these vermin. Kill them and be done with it.
Jik inter, mebeg drest pastiat dan ilbi, for cost in pain.
You're probably right. He is Sith after all. Finish him off and we'll get started.
No, wait!
Hem hefne, afrigiest, li nixtik tiestle, ile. Ir hennest ik kark gwe. Kyodiam, tiest ziti gormini kiest madwa. Jik inter, mebeg drest pastiat dan ilbi, for cost in pain.
The Ashka general is dead, but he mentioned something about awakening a world razor that would destroy us all.
Wait, the World Razor? He said that? So maybe it is true. This is bad.
Have you heard about the world razor before?
Just rumors. Not from the most reliable sources, mind you. A few deep cell inmates were babbling about it. Could barely understand a word they said, much less put any stock in it. Went on about this thing in the planet's core. Claimed it was massive, as old as the galaxy. I thought it was just superstitious nonsense.
You didn't even bother looking into it?
We were too busy fighting prisoners, Imperials, and genocidal monsters to confirm a few spook stories. If this World Razor actually exists, waking it up is probably the worst thing the Eshkar could do. You've got to stop them. Best place to start is the deep prison. All kinds of ancient monstrosities sealed away down there. You'll be on your own, though. Watch yourself.
Picked on the wrong girl.
It's not as bad as it looks. Die already.
You made it. Good. Now listen up. Got a possible lead on that World Razor. Recon droids picked up a large contingent of Eshka, headed for the prison bowels. Elite soldiery. Very dangerous. Led by none other than the Eshka's patriarch, Gore Claw. If that maniac's involved, it's a sure bet they're up to something.
You think this has something to do with the World Razor?
Can't think of anything else that would rally the Eshka like this. The Eshka are gonna need one heck of a trump card if they run off this rock. My money's on the World Razor. Dug up some records on the thing. Very apocalyptic. Saw phrases like, destroyer of planets and eater of stars more often than I'd like.
Don't suppose you found anything on how we destroy this thing?
No, nothing substantial yet. I suspect killing it is out of the question, but we may have other options. Overheard some Eshka comm chatter. Something about disabling a fail-safe. Could be our ticket to stopping all this nonsense. The transmission came from a nearby cave. Lots of Eshka assembling there. Gonna need you down there to see what this fail-safe is all about.
What am I supposed to do once I get there?
See this through to the end. This mission will take you deeper into Belsavis than anyone's gone. It's a dangerous world down there, but the Republic, heck, maybe the galaxy, is counting on you. Good luck.
This'll hurt you a lot more than me. Let me. not as bad as it looks. You're gonna live.
Korruli enite de gerbu kenehet. Kabies mete te forfrost, jan tetrogise. Abi puedemos doligan de bisobedience.
All this time, I thought I was looking for a device, not a person.
Argit, des bienes desquire. Des matsen keijum, maestra me hunuba. Des biel bien tisere basamana.
The Burning Way? What is that?
Kuad mar yesa digheist. Me bagadres bastiatan elbines for costinti. Harista, si jingbatad, hejebator.
If your people had just destroyed the World Razor, we wouldn't be in this mess.
Mirengebres, biestara, ganristia. Afariet jestese, dieres, leke yestertinte. Temor, tohete learn, sabies tentetors, telerestia.
Die already!
Jik inter, mebeg drest pastiat dan ilbi, for cost in pain. Zinies jur drukal jasbro, li hidan naka miest hija.
Goraclaw, I presume?
Bien furk dan mitof, makopiet ni horma, gurm genacht. Mafurk naho ratiest bi elmu, intisor ma hefne.
Let me.
Ikotriest migiak data. Turdem fodien tiekia dakshek, es zenya. Avulkiet circuma ratiesge kore.
Save it. I didn't come all this way to chat.
Blesmiet minija ta iltaya. Zraben jigiawa. Mogol jest kiboru jiasnu. Te judur inti galiasti mi beksta inti.
I fail to see how dooming the galaxy works in my favor.
Bien dan mitov, makopiet ni horma, gorm genacht. Hin orbiet tietgie, ni jorkun insortet. Tirgied lagador bra kal, janasies niedho.
I came here to activate the Burning Way, not destroy it. And on that note...
Morgal jest. Meta, inty, kitelmel umdorn. Warciek, jestnet, se jegrest, likilest, jerk inti.
Last mistake.
You're gonna live. Let me. Come here, ugly. Didn't I kill you?
Zekiesnime, bagwedista da bastiaten, albi farfutorkesni. Zitnes ziurduriki da stirburiki, fifi patja. Marug yaldest matekis kirki jammis den jibbolba.
Help me take down Rogan, starting with his bloodhounds here.
You've proved there's more to you than the flash of a blaster. I'm listening. Yes. Every minute I live, Rogan courts his death. What deal do you offer?
If I take you on, I'm in charge. I talk, you listen.
You're hardly the first who's thought to take my place. This vault holds an escape vessel, abandoned here by the race who built this planet. It is the only way off without Republic aid. Let us be partners. Help me launch the craft and defeat this rabble, and together we can reclaim what Rogan stole from me.
Zekiesnime, bagwedista da bastiaten, albi farfutorkesni.
Enough. The Republic has taken much from me. It's time to hand off the crown. Let me serve you. Together we can destroy Rogan and retake my empire in your name. With your skills and the knowledge of my years, no one will stand against us.
You stay on my ship, you do what I tell you, and you don't leave my sight.
Exactly the terms I would set. The sun has set on my prime, I see that. It will take more to reclaim my empire than to fool these imbeciles. What would you have me do?
Give me everything you got on our buddy the Butcher.
I'll put together a list of all of my and Rogan's former safe houses. He was never one to change a routine once it worked.
You don't even have to ask, Captain. I'll call the ship. Tell them to come pick him up.
That seems a far safer way to travel than unearthing a wreck that's been on ice for 5,000 years.
There you are. We were getting worried. Thought maybe I'd sent you to your death down there.
General Skyless told me about the World Razor. Hard to believe something like that's been down in the vaults this whole time.
So what happened? Did you stop the World Razor?
The World Razor's been sealed. He won't be going anywhere for a long time.
Knew I could count on you. Fine work out there.
I can't thank you enough for all your contributions. You've done the Republic a real service. Project Noble Focus would still be up and running if you hadn't exposed Senator Tudos and stopped those Ratataki.
And you even took out Goreclaw. Good riddance, I say. That lunatic had it coming.
Are we done? Can I go now?
The Eshkar are still on the lam, but they've taken a big hit today. Still plenty of stragglers, but with Goreclaw dead, a lot of them have started killing each other. Weird, but I can't complain. You put a lot on the line to help us out there. The Republic owes you one.
Reminder, mechanized travel is for official business only. Reminder: mechanized travel is for official business only.
You're gonna live. You're gonna live.
What are you doing here? Where's Ivory? I just got a call from Commander Skylist. His troops saw an unauthorized ship approaching Vault 806. By the time they got there, the place was empty.
When I finished with Ivory, there wasn't more than a bloody smear left to find.
Good work, Captain. I was wrong about you.
It's my face. I look shifty, right? You've got no idea.
Let's just say you've got a reputation. But thanks for your help with Ivory. I wish you and Senator Dodonna luck with whatever you're trying.
Sometimes I can't believe you actually got back my crown. Do you know how many spacers died looking for it? Don't take this the wrong way, but when we first met, I thought you'd end up like all the others.
I'll always beat the odds. You can count on that.
Why do you think I stayed with you? I'm hoping some of that luck rubs off. What I'm really saying is, thanks. I wouldn't be where I am without you.
You don't have to thank me, Risha. We're not business partners anymore.
That's all the more reason to say something. Anyway, didn't mean to slow us down. I'm sure we have plenty to do.
You are not what I expected, Captain. I've seen you in battle. I know you can fight. But I've been killing Jedi and Republic troopers since my childhood, and you are nothing like them.
You mean a coward with no discipline and no greater loyalty than myself?
My father would have thought so. He would have seen no honor in fighting a woman who uses words and tricks to turn a battle. But I have seen your victories. I believe you are a worthy foe.
Was I just complimented or insulted?
It was meant as praise. A warrior can only challenge herself against enemies of honor and courage. There is no honor in attacking those beneath you. A worthy foe is a gift. In defeating them, we hone ourselves to the best we can be and bring honor to the name Mandalorian. Or so I was taught.
So, what was it like, Nocdrayan? I'd been asking Risha, but she gets all weird and prickly about it. She actually walked out when I said that it'd make a better story if you turned out to be Nocdrayan's long-lost daughter or something. Even Rogan was impressed when he heard you dug up the old man's treasures.
I don't like to brag, but... Oh, who am I kidding? I love to brag.
That's why everyone's heard of you, right? How does someone become the most famous spacer in the galaxy anyway? Did you always know this was what you wanted to do? I like to imagine your parents programmed janitorial droids, and this was your way out of the family business.
Can't ask for better, kid. Complete strangers give you credits to have the time of your life.
I wish my old Jedi Master could meet you. He'd have a harder time selling the whole deprivation is the key to happiness thing.
I've met some Trandoshans. You could make a nice pair of gloves from one.
Definitely. No question about it.
Captain, I just got a less than glowing report from Marshal Cavarot. What kind of mess did you get into down there?
More importantly, did you get anything from Ivory? I've outed half a dozen of Rogan's assassins on Port Nowhere. He's really gunning for us.
Turns out Rogan's the one who put Ivory behind bars. We're working together to get his revenge.
I told you, the Republic only authorized...
Oh, drop the act. You want Rogan as much as I do. Send over whatever Ivory gave you. I'll see if I recognize anything. Nothing's ringing any bells. I'll dig a little further.
In the meantime, Captain, I'll work on those permits you'll need to land on Voss. I haven't slept a night since those awful beasts attacked.
Uh-oh, Captain. Better get off the line. We've got a distress call coming.
Yeah? What's your distress? Talk to me.
How refreshing. The whole "I'm honored to serve you, revered master" does get tiresome. Master Sumali, I've been following your career. I hear you have a special interest in the Void Wolf.
I've got a bad track record with false Jedi.
I told you I was sorry. What do you want, flowers?
Then it's good you're traveling with someone who can vouch for me. Ironic as that may be.
Nice to see you again, Sumali. Just don't expect me to call you Master.
Sounds like there's a story here.
Not one you're going to hear. She is who she says. Let's leave it at that.
We're not born to the robes, Captain. The Force sometimes picks unlikely candidates. Risha, do you remember Shar's Kartur?
What did they used to call us? The Triple Threat? Didn't she join the SIS?
One of their top agents. When you took out the White Maw's cloaking abilities on Hoth, it drew the Void Wolf's attention. He went there, and Shar's followed.
Alone? Is she crazy?
The Republic sent an entire platoon of troopers to escort her. The Void Wolf's assassins killed them all. She's alive, but trapped on Hoth.
Are you asking me to help out of the goodness of my heart, or is there something on the table?
The SIS is offering a sizable reward. Or they will, once I tell them they are. When I got Sharis's distress call, she had taken refuge in one of the Void Wolf's private vaults. Go quickly if you can. I fear you're Sharis's last hope.
Shh, keep it down. Close the door. I figured this was the last place the Void Wolf's bloodhounds would go digging, but it won't be long.
Master Sumali called this the Void Wolf's private vault?
Mostly cleaned out, but I was hoping I could learn something about his plans. And yes, help yourself. The Void Wolf's been recruiting. He's courting Huts, the White Maw, hitmen for hire. Anyone who won't pledge loyalty goes to hard vacuum. And he's got enough spies in our space station that my cover was blown the minute I landed. What do you think? Is there a way you can smuggle me up without any of his people or our people catching wise?
I signed on for fighting Imperials. You want me to defend you against the Republic too? That's gonna cost.
I was going to hide in there. It's an automated cargo shuttle full of everything here the Void Wolf thought worth keeping. Go to the space station and get security to let us through, and you're welcome to keep everything in it. I trust you can come up with a story to explain why you're shipping Imperial droids off Hoth.
Stop it right there. I'm going to need your ID, your papers, and a blasted good reason why you're flying in and out of a war zone for kicks.
This is a private job for Jedi Master Sumali. You want to tell her you tried to stop me?
Far as I know, our Jedi advisor was killed weeks ago. I think I need to take a look-see, make sure you're not trying to smuggle valuable resources off Hoth.
I swear, it's nothing like that. It's a rare herb for my grandmother. She's very sick.
Try a little silver coating on that lie. Maybe I'll buy it. I'm talking credits if you didn't follow.
My apologies. Take this. My poor sick grandmother will thank you.
I'm sure she will. You're clear to go, ma'am. Long live the Republic.
Neatly done. I'll reimburse you the bribe, of course.
You're ruining my selfless gesture, which I'm okay with.
I can take it from here. I've got my own ship stashed a few hangars down. Thanks for the help. You're welcome to any of the salvage in the shuttle. Some of it might fetch a good price. And I'll make sure you get anything I learn about the Void Wolf.
Mission accomplished. Sheris is safe.
I admit, I was wondering what to think of Senator Dodonna's pet project. But you saved a life here, and aided the war. I can say nothing but thank you.
But I have another job for you? 'Cause I get that a lot.
Nothing now. Although I'll keep the offer in mind. Perhaps we'll catch up again sometime, Risha.
Not sure my current occupation will bring me anywhere near the Jedi Temple, but maybe.
I hope this war ends swiftly enough that I will not have cause to call on you again.
Set course for Voss then, Captain? The permits from Dodonna just came through.
If it gets me closer to Rogan's head on a plate, Voss it is.
I took the liberty of looking into the place. Weird planet. Just made contact with the rest of the galaxy after a Sith ship crashed there. Apparently the whole planet's on the leash to some cult of Force users. Empire and Republic are both playing along. This'll be one to wear your best shirt. And remember to say please.